Hi, it's me, Rabbi Avraham Chaim Blumenstiel, the Sofer for the Congregation Torah's Chaim Sefer Torah project. You can find out more about this project at www.ctc-torah.org. Again, that's www.ctc-torah.org. So in this video, we're going to continue looking at the forms of the Hebrew letters and their meaning in Kabbalah and in Jewish mysticism, and also the different legal aspects of what constitutes valid holy writing in Jewish sacred script. Okay? So today we're looking in this video at the next letter in the Hebrew Aleph base, the letter BEIS. A proper BEIS looks like this. There you go. That's the Hebrew letter BEIS. Now, as we mentioned, every letter in the Hebrew alphabet has an Iker form, a fundamental form, and it also has what's known as a composite form, which is an understanding of what the constituent letters of each letter are in Kabbalah, because each letter can be made from a combination of other letters. So that's the written form of the BEIS. Let me show you now the fundamental form. Now, BEIS is a little bit tricky because there's actually two understandings when it comes to the letter BEIS as to what the fundamental form of the Hebrew letter actually is. One understanding is that the Hebrew letter BEIS simply has a straight back, like that. It has no heel at the back, but the fundamental form is simply a straight back. The other understanding of the letter BEIS is that it may have a rounded top, but the whole fundamental, what makes a BEIS is that it has a straight, sharp corner on the lower right-hand side of the letter. Now, the vast majority of poskim, of decisors of Jewish law, agree that this is really the proper fundamental form of the BEIS. There's a minority who accept this as an appropriate fundamental form. And where this is really relevant is if you happen to find a BEIS written like one of these in a Torah scroll, then the question of what the fundamental form is affects our ability to correct the letter. I said Torah scroll. It's actually more important in tefillin and mezuzos and other sacred writing. In a Torah scroll, it's not such a problem. But the question of what the fundamental form is does affect whether or not we can actually correct the letter in one of these cases. All right? So let's, for the moment, go ahead and work with this, because as we said, most of the poskim agree that this is the fundamental form of the Hebrew letter BEIS. Now, there's another Hebrew letter called a kaf that's very, very similar to a BEIS, with the exception being that it is completely rounded on the back. It's got a smooth, round curve on the back end. Now, to distinguish our fundamental form of the BEIS from the Hebrew letter kaf, it's become the practice to add a little, sort of a little sharp heel here at the back end of the BEIS, just a little point to indicate that this is a sharp corner, and thus clearly delineate the BEIS from the kaf. Now, while this is true of the fundamental form, I'll mention that the Kabbalists understand that this heel should be much thicker, that this heel should actually really project and really stick out, and that's the way that we usually write the BEIS in the written form today. So why do they put so much emphasis on the heel? The reason why is that the Kabbalistic scholars understand that the composite form of the BEIS is essentially the fundamental form of a dalet,